Okay, for this sample problem, we'll be drawing the shear and moment diagrams of the beam shown. Now, nani siya din simply supported beam in which na siya mga varying na mga laylay na mga loads din saka uniformly distributed na load, uniform ang magnitude niya. Isa rin ka concentrated load, 15 kilonewtons. Now, for this case, there are plenty of ways para pagkuhanan niya pag-solve. But I'm assuming na this is review na siya. So I'm assuming na nanamoy kuhan mga ideas sa pag-solve ni siya. I'll just try to refresh lang inyong kuhan din or at least if pamukabalo sa akong mga pamaagi, nanamoy dagdag na panabago ng mga method. But anyway, I'll try to solve this using my own mga methods, pamaagi. So here it goes lang dayon. Now, first kay I try to solve for the reactions When we talk about reactions sa kuan, simple beam, I have siya. This is, let's say, RAY, and this is RBY. Napagin siyang RAX dayon. It's quite obvious that RAX is equal to 0. Wala naman siya ikuansad. Wala na may horizontal na mga quantary forces, so automatically 0 na siya. Panaso na. Talking about RAY na sa dayon, dito mo yung din rin na summing up moments at B is equal to 0. Now, kung 0 na siya diri, this is RAY multiplied by 2 plus 2 plus 4, that is 8. That is equal to 15 times pila? 6. Plus, kaya siyang 5 times 4 times 2. Okay? So, I'm guessing that RAY should be equal to 16.25. Diyato ikon ako na i-calculate. 15, 6 plus 4, 2 divided by 130 over 8. So, that is 16.25. Asak talaga. 16.25. So, RAY should be equal to this. Okay? Now, when we talk about kung nasa dendari, ganyan summing up forces along sa y-axis, that is equal to 0. Now, we have RAY plus RBY, that is equal to 15 panaog plus 5 times 4. That is 35 ni siya tanan din and this is 16.25 ba? Rather, RBY should be equal to 1535.24.75. Not so sure. Ito ko na try. 15 plus 20 minus 16.25, 4.75. 18.75. Lay already akong kon. Sorry, so that is 18.75. Okay? So much for reactions. Ba? Now, okay. So, solve naman si reactions. Let's move on to kung nasa dayon, shear and moments diagrams. Now, sa nga na case, kuan-kuan linya-linya ta diri. Okay? This is how I kuan na lang. Now, 16.25 ba? From 0, jolt up siya by 16.25. There's no load here. So, tabok lang siya smoothly. Now, minus 15 dayon, this should be equal to 1.25. Wala po ikuan na rin, so tabok lang siya na. Dini, wala man kayo ikuan, action, there's no kuan guys, so that should be 15.25, kanina din siya, minus 5 times 4, that is 20. So, that should be equal to 18.75. This is 18.75. Consequently, na nagatang diri pasaka, so sirado siya. Giving us with this diagram. This is our shear diagram. Okay, yan. Okay? Napatay ko din din. Interesting na mga points ani siya. Now, sa siyang distance diri. This is a point here in which 0 nga to ang shear. How do you solve for that? You could use ratio proportion, or pilisan niya na lang 1.25 divided by 5. That should be equal to 0.25. And 18.75 divided by 5, that should be equal to 3.75. Sakto. 3.75. 0.25. That comes from the idea of 1.25. Abi ako isulat diri kay para dili ma-take note ninyo. That should be equal to 1.25 divided by 5. 0.25. 18.75 divided by 5. And that is equal to 3.75. Okay? So, muna siya mga one of the magic numbers will be. Now, ako ano siyang imuna sa dindanig kuan, what we call the moment diagram. By the way, the maximum shear sa tong kuan sa tong beam diri is this. Okay? This is our maximum shear. So with regards to design pohon, a little bit on the structural side of things. Now, mag-design mo po ng mga considering mga beams, you have to take note sad kung sa mga maximum depth niya, kung sa saka laom. Okay? Kung sa mga dimensions niya. Especially yung naikuha na maximum shear. All beams are designed accordingly, so kung sa mga support na niya makuan, may tabo sa maximum na shear. Okay? If dako ang shear, so mismo, mas dako atong beam gud gamiton na niya. Or, we could reinforce using stirrups pod if dili mo gusto na mo dako ang atong mga beams dari. So, there's a lot of ways para pagkuhan niya, but this is going to be a basis sa inyong design pohon. If magkuhan na ito, magsugod na ito sa structural na side. Okay? Now, going for moment na sa dayon diri, let's talk about moment. Talk about moment ani saya. Na siya mga moments diri sa tong points, wala. So, everything starts with 0 and it will end in 0 dapat. Now, pilang area ning 16.25? 16.25 times 2, that should be equal to 32.5. Okay? 16.25 times 2. 32.5. Now, mana ni siya din eh. Now, nasa check 1 din eh. Area na po. 1.25 times 2, that is 2.5. 2.5 plus 32.5, that is equal to 35. na saka na po siya diri. Then kanina sa rin diri ang atuang kuan issue. Ayan. It's a very small triangle na sa iya. Ang area na sa iya kay that is 1/2 of this triangle man siya. So 1/2 base times height. So base na to is equal to 0.25 times ang height niya, that is equal to 1.25. Okay. So that should be equal to unsa? O 5/32 or 0.15625. Okay? So, if that is the case na sa dayon, I'll add this plus kato dayon that is sorry, na dapat na mahimo parehas sa color tanan. That should be equal to 35.15625. So at this point, ana siya. Now, pila naman sa nang kuan area niya diri? That should be equal to 1/2 of base height din niya, which is equal to 18.75. And that should be equal to something na sad. Sakto. 35.15625. So this minus this, that should be equal to 0. So kanisad siya diri, this is gamay, so ana siya. Kaya siya dako siya, ana. So ayang itsura din sa beam, pana. Okay? Anyway, this is just a short review, but mao na gini siya nga atong kwan. Style ani siya. This is in kilonewton meters. Okay? Maximum moment is this. Okay? So, kindly take note on those things. If you have any questions, feel free to comment them, the video or sa post. Thank you for listening.